she'll speak a few words about the middle school band in just a little while. Now, this is a very large group, and I have a couple of good things to say and a couple of things that I have to caution you about. You get to keep all the chairs and the stands just as they are, because the orchestra is going to use it tomorrow morning, and so the band does not have to do much housekeeping. However, I do have percussion that goes to Miara's band room, and a few things are labeled for Russell, and a few things are labeled for Garrett. So if you wouldn't mind, parents of percussion, don't let your kids race out with you. Get on home for So it's nice to know the two ways to name the same note, and that was a perfect song to teach that. Our next song is called Sahara. The Sahara is the world's largest hot desert, and if you'd like to know how much space it takes up the amount of the United States, the land mass of the United States, or the continent of Europe. The sand dunes have been measured to be as high as 600 feet. And if you'd like to picture that in a real clear picture, you would think of the St. Louis Arch, that's 630 feet. And so 600-foot sand dune is one mighty big pile of sand. What a sandbox that is. And then today I quizzed the children about what do they think the world's largest desert was, because I said the Sahara was the world's largest hot desert, but what's the largest desert? Is there any smart parents out there? Oh, we got a couple. Will they come to my assembly? Do they already cheat? Or are they very knowledgeable? What's the world's largest desert? Antarctica. How many people are expecting to think about a snowy landmass like Antarctica? Well, deserts are measured by their precipitation factor, and Antarctica has very little precipitation. Okay, I think our question is ready. We have opening times ready to go. All right, now this is where the body of gray hair is ready to pop out. I'm kind of nervous if we can keep this all together. So the band is going to remind you to watch and keep it slow. The Tempest, our next song, would have been just perfect for last night. But this is late, we're playing The Tempest. We can't cancel. It's about a violent windstorm with rain and hail and motion. And that's what this song is about. So this will bring you right back to last night. There it is, Mr. Lane. I also know there's a lot of parents out there that might want to start using this idiom. The idiom is a tempest in a teapot. How many of your children have had a giant temper tantrum hissy fit over the littlest thing? Because, you know, the macaroni touched the hot dog. The tempest is a big deal put into a tiny little teapot. So there's where that idiom comes from. And I hope you enjoy our recreation of last night. The Tempest. Dan, repeat after me. I, Fancy, promise to watch and play a little slower than I used to. Rest position, rest of you, rest your time. I can't resist. Bully is so contagious that you know you're going to be singing on our way home in your car. So you go ahead and sing along whenever we get to the bully, 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 bully. Go ahead and let it out. You know you want to. It's good for you. Mrs. Lincoln's email is on every single key program, so if you really middle school. We are going to... Oh, band is not before school in middle school. It's part of your school day. Currently, the 6th graders meet after lunch. And they meet for 90 minutes. So, you know, they have to wake up early because middle school has to be an early schedule, but band is not before school. It's during the day. And I don't think this is looking so a lot of practice clips. You can spot your son or daughter in rest positions with feet flat, back tall, chin up, fingers ready to be curved. Rest position is when their instruments are across your lap. And whenever I